Welcome to the next episode of KapVista Klips. We're in early 2023, and I'm joined by the team of SOLDI. How are you guys?
Well,
Excellent,
thank you.
Daniel. How are you doing?
Good, good. I'm excited to chat to you. I really want to understand, your offering. How did you get to this point, and what's your skills and what you bring to the table? So I think we'll go around, and if everyone just wants to introduce themselves and a bit of their background, and we'll start there.
Excellent.
Great.
Let me kick off.
Yeah.
I'll kick off. I'm Rodney James. I'm basically the COO of SOLDI Unlimited. My background is actually in aviation. Met Mike many years ago when we launched a low-cost airline, and that's where we kind of came together, and we also built the IT platform for the airline. So I have an aviation background. Operations is my thing, and Mike and I came together, and then obviously Damien at a sort of later stage when we got together and formed SOLDI.
My name is Michael Kaminski. I'm the CEO of SOLDI Unlimited. My background, I originally started a turnkey solution IT company, did a bit of development, did a bit of desktop support. After that, founded a low-cost carrier with Rodney. And as Rodney mentioned, we built all our own internal IT systems, reservations, bookings, e-commerce. Came to Australia and founded SOLDI Unlimited.
Cool. My name is Damien Lincheso. My background is I started off doing lecturing, where I lectured programming and a couple other sort of technical courses. From there, I went straight into a more engineering, applied sort of engineering space where I led a team that built some technology for water, for power, so utilities, specifically airborne technology and imagery analysis. So something completely different. And then left that space to get into commercial development. And that's where I met Rodney and Michael. And that is how we, I suppose, got together to form SOLDI.
Awesome. Thanks for that. So you've got you've got a very strong backgrounds from all different fields. So tell me about SOLDI and what was the problem you was trying to solve, and what does the solution do, and what was the drivers behind it?
Sure. So I think originally when we founded the company, there was a requirement that we saw in the market to create technology around transactional loyalty. What was happening in the market was there were many disparate products that a vendor or a merchant had to go and acquire to run their business around the transactional side, so point of sale, e-commerce. And then around the engagement side, they had to find a loyalty solution. They had all of these, various platforms, didn't have a single view of customer. And we got together, thinking that we had some great ideas, some great, sort of background technology that we could actually form SOLDI and solve that problem by creating one solution, one holistic solution that provided something at a really good cost base for a merchant to basically onboard themselves and then get into selling, which is what they actually want to do.
Awesome. So when did you start the company, and what milestones have you achieved from then till now?
We started the company at the beginning of 2015. And our objective at that stage was to start the development of the actual technology. So we spent the first year, planning and building technology. Essentially, we started with point of sale because we decided that would be the best piece of technology to essentially house the whole e-commerce side of things, and then went on to building the sort of customer and engagement side of things. The milestones initially that we went for was to sign up a couple of large corporates that we could do field testing of our technology in. And to that end, we got quite a few large corporates that we could deploy into and basically supplied them with point of sale and e-commerce type solutions. To date, we've had some banks, some retail, some manufacturing type customers, and we have got product in market.
Okay, awesome. So you're growing. You've got a tech solution, and now you're scaling the products globally.
That's correct. So the next, part of the deployment into market is our SaaS solution. To date, we've been doing what we call corporate SaaS, where we've got a platform that we can rapidly onboard, deploy into the corporate market. Integration work is performed, some data ingestion, and we can provide them with a solution. We're taking that now into small and medium-sized businesses, and we are now deploying globally.
Yeah. Okay. So putting my consumer hat on, and let's say I'm the customer. Break it down for me. What does the solution look like? I'm a small to medium enterprise. I'm looking, I'm selling a product. I've got my website. What does it look like, and how does SOLDI solve my issues?
I think, Damien, would you like to go through the actual technology?
Sure. Yeah, I think from a consumer perspective, what we're trying to solve is to make business easier. If we're to summarize it at an extremely high level, what that looks like for a consumer when they actually start using the technology is a straightforward process to get your business into the platform, a way that makes it easy for you to house your products, house your services, very importantly, not just products, services. Basically house what it is your business does within the platform. And once that product or service layer is in the system, make it really easy for you to start marketing those services, get those services out there, communicate, send surveys, or send out communications, or engage through loyalty structures. But do all of this in a way that is really accessible and without having to download additional third-party solutions or plugins or effectively extend it beyond the platform. It's to house it all within this one ecosystem. So I think simplicity is really what we're trying to achieve, and specifically simplicity for businesses that are across multiple verticals. Whether you're a small coffee shop or a 300 store franchise, we want to cater for your business model and your business need through one intuitive, simple platform. And so I think that's really at a high level, that's what you expect to see when you come into SOLDI, is something that just allows you to house your business within it and sell and run loyalty through it.
Well, that's a great description of what you do, and I think I share the thoughts of most small businesses out there that making it simple and easy to use and taking a lot of headaches off the plate of a business owner is a big thumbs up. I speak to founders and business owners every day, and they have to manage 1,000 spinning plates. So if you can simplify, a lot of their processes, it makes it a dream. Okay, so tell me about the industry. You're touching on marketing and sales and e-commerce and payments and administration. So how does the face of the industry, what does it look like, and how is it changing? A lot more, businesses are digital, but they're changing the way that they operate, and you get bricks and mortar businesses who are trying to attract more customers or retain customers, and they're facing challenges. So what does the industry look like, and how do you think you're in a prime position to be the one-stop shop?
I think one of the key factors to SOLDI is that we cater across multiple channels. That's one of our sort of core tenets, and that's both from a sales perspective. So whether you're selling in store and require a point of sale, or you're selling through some sort of digital means and you need a website or a mobile app, the SOLDI solution essentially covers those channels. We also cater for the various fulfillment channels, so order and pay at table, click and collect, or home delivery. Mm-hmm. All of those things, sort of fall within the SOLDI channel. What we've seen in the market is traditionally there have been e-com type businesses, and there have been POS type businesses. And they've really catered for merchants that deal in one of those channels. But what we're seeing now is most merchants need to either sell in store or digital, or a combination of both. And that's becoming quite prevalent now. The consumer expects to buy online as well as go in store. And a business doesn't want to have multiple systems where they've got double entry. They struggle with orders coming in various channels. So the SOLDI solution really, really caters for that. One also finds that, there's a couple of different classes of systems out there: transactional, loyalty, payment. And we utilize a combination of all three. So we provide choice to the consumer, we provide choice to the merchant. When they configure up their store, they've got a variety of different key pillars to build their loyalty on, so that they can utilize points, coupons or vouchers, gamification, and stamp cards. And from a sales perspective, when they load their products up, they can select where to actually sell them and what price and how to fulfill them. So we actually really compare very favorably to the best systems out there.
Yeah. And something that hasn't been mentioned yet, if a business is using multiple systems, assuming they'll be paying multiple fees. So using SOLDI would be reducing their operating costs.
That's correct. So essentially, the way that we price our platform is we've got a base price, and then we price the modules that a merchant needs. So they can start as a POS type store where they've got in-store customers, and if they require e-commerce, it's a very small fee that gets put onto their monthly subscription.
Yeah. So that's
and then on top of that, Daniel, you have disparate databases with multiple systems, mm-hmm. and you don't have a single view of the customer. And I think those are two really key points. Companies are sitting on databases that they're also not utilizing properly as well. So with disparate databases, that's also a big issue.
Yeah, that's a huge.
SOLDI, single view on the customer, database that, again, a single view on your database, and then you can utilize that database.
Yeah, that's a huge issue. And I know large corporates are trying to tackle that. Coming from the banking world, I know that a few of the large banks had, if they've got 16 to, one of the banks that I worked with had, just in my department, had 16 different product lines, and each product line had its own database and own customers, and none of the systems talk to each other. So that was an issue. And then if you think that bank had another 20 different departments that all had their own, it was like a tree that the branches never talked and never touched. So that's a huge issue. So, which is
the thing with the banks is that they have the resources to be able to deal with that. SMBs have the same issue, maybe on a smaller scale. Yeah. They just don't have the resources and the time to go messing around with databases and multiple views of their customers.
Yeah. Perfect. So, I certainly see the benefits of your solution. So let's talk about the raise. How much are you raising? What's it being used for? And what's the offer?
So we're looking for $3 million, $3 million, and that would be US dollars. Essentially, what we intend to do with it is to launch our small to medium size SaaS, and we're looking to launch that globally. The key markets would be the US, and that's what we intend to focus on in the next 6 to 8 months. In addition to that, we've also got a bit of working capital, just to ensure that we don't have any, sort of near-term future raises. And as part of the SaaS launch, to establish a reseller network in the States.
Yeah, awesome. The US is a huge market. In terms of the US, have you taken the steps to be registered in the US, and are you looking for headcount and leadership in the US as well?
So we're in the process of doing that, of creating a company on that size. We are in the process of looking to start up the call center to provide support to our customers. One of the things that we value at SOLDI is, of course, customer service, and that's key for us. So that's one of the, I suppose, biggest areas that we wish to invest into. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the reseller network, we found quite a lot of success talking to banks, payment gateways, and so forth, where we can actually white label our platform into as part of our SaaS, and that provides lots of scale to us.
Awesome. And in terms of the investor that you are looking for, what does your ideal investor look like?
Well, if you have a look at the format, we're looking at a convertible note that will then convert at a sort of minimum value in the future, a period of 3 years, and the type of investor would be someone that would be looking for a good return. We believe that the business is going to scale quite rapidly, in addition to other businesses that would see synergy with our technology, and corporates.
Yeah, so you are looking for someone who can bring a strategic angle to the investment round as well, help connect you to new markets, new networks, as well as if they have investee companies that may, benefit out of using your solution. That's
correct. That would certainly be a benefit.
Perfect. And in terms of the entry into the US market, how far away are you from that? Do you have customers already in the US, and at what point do you plan to have a presence in the US, boots on the ground sort of thing?
Yes, so we are talking to various if you would call them distributors of the actual platform on that side. We would see us within the next 6 to 8 months being in the US.
Okay, awesome.
That's our timeline.
That gives a good point for investors who are looking to help companies come to the US and establish a presence there and help connect them to an audience there. Okay, great. So, I mean, I see the benefits in what you're doing. I like the space you're in. I think that there's certainly a need for what you're doing in the market. There's countless businesses that I speak to that are, as I said, trying to spin multiple plates, and are just sort of treading water. A solution like yours will make their day-to-day operations a lot easier. It will streamline a lot of things that they have to do, and as I said, save on operational costs. So it's certainly a solution that can help. But what we'll do is we'll wrap it up there. Anybody who's seen this video and wants to speak to the guys, I can connect you directly. I'll put information about the deal at the bottom of the video, and we're looking to connect you with anybody that can help open those doors and wants to be part of the journey. But
thank you.
Thank you very much for jumping on, guys. It was great to chat. I am excited to see what's next.
Excellent. Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel.
Excited about it.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.